In today's world, there are a lot of opportunities that arrive not to the ones who seek them, but to the ones who make themselves visible to receive them. Hello everyone, my name is Cristina. I'm a Spanish girl living in London, and this is my YouTube channel. This channel aims to gather myself, my hobbies, and all my interests in one place. So I will be talking about personal finance, hobbies like sports, creativity, writing, books, and also personal reflections. For starters, I'm doing a series of videos in this channel explaining why I wanted to start this YouTube channel, the motivations behind, and so to set that a bit the mood and the kind of things I'm gonna be reflecting on. In today's video, I wanted to talk about how making ourselves visible online is the new way to create opportunities for ourselves. A decade ago, when I entered the job market back in Spain, things were horrible. Still are, but things were kind of really bad. And I remember applying to internships and not even getting like an answer from the company, applying to customer service roles and hospitality roles, and don't getting an answer either. And so I actually had little like side hustle jobs. I was living with my parents, so that was okay, but still I needed my own money. And so the money that you could get from side hustles, it was kind of enough for me to pay for my expenses and my gym memberships and things like that. And I remember those opportunities, they didn't came because I applied to a job that was posted on LinkedIn or Indeed or anything like that. It was because I was in front of the right people at the right moment. So I ended up creating blog posts for organic food shop and being a teacher for kids, and also helping people to read university dissertations at undergraduate level, master level, and PhD levels. And so that little things gave me enough income for me to again cover the little expenses, the little things I wanted to give it to myself while I was looking for a proper job. And again, those opportunities came not from a portal, but because I was like in front of the people in the right moment, that they were talking about a problem they have, an issue. And I offer myself as the solution. I offer myself as the writer for the blog, or as the teacher for the girl, or as the editor. That kind of way is still, and this is the point I'm trying to make in the video, is still a way of making you visible, in my case, offline. And it's still working because you can go to networking events and you can make yourself visible by introducing yourself and talking with people. And if you see that you can provide a solution for those people or those companies or those startups or those founders, then again you are creating in real time an opportunity, and it still is valid. But in today's world, it's also important and relevant that we create our own visibility online, so opportunities arrive to us and we are not the only ones seeking actively the opportunities. So it's a bi-directional path. And this is a bit the second point I wanted to do about this visibility, and this links to the second point I wanted to do in this video. In today's world, whether you want to be in a corporate job or you want to create your own business or things like that, online visibility is the new social currency. Before, social status was reduced to celebrities, actors, musicians, singers, actresses, those people who have money or they were the eye of the public space. Those people have social currency, and doors open to them because their work, it was what opened those doors. In the moment that internet appears and we start to create these figures of influencers, and businesses are more easy to create and to launch, that social status amplify to those that online have a big following and a big engagement, because those people have a big audience to which they can make an impact and influence. And here I'm not talking only about influencers, which they are the first people who create this new online social status, because obviously there are people who again are famous for their work, and there are people who become part of this social status because the message resonates with people and people start to follow them, and that becomes their work. To those people, opportunities arrive easily because a lot of people want to reach where they are. So before, again, if you wanted to be an actor or an actress, you have to go to school, you have to audition, that kind of things belong to, compared to the population, the world population, it was a small group of people, it was a small community. Now, almost everyone can start to create content and acquire that online social status, almost anyone. It can take longer or it can take less time, but it's something achievable. This links back to the job market and having job opportunities. And it's not just job opportunities, but because traditionally having an income and surviving has been linked to having a job. What I mean for job market, I mean to make a living now is not a traditional work anymore, and it can be through social media, right? And thanks to the appearance of social media, this new online social status has been created, and those who decided to go through this system of social media, which I would say it has its ups and downs, but I think at the moment there are too many business and too many industries depending on social media and thriving on social media to let this ecosystem of social media to fail, right? A lot of industries will just disappear and a lot of people will be unemployed. So even if I see a lot of people getting tired of this game, unfortunately, I see that is too much important to let them let the industry go down. If you are like a worker, like a essential worker, it's gonna be more difficult for you to not have any problems of finding a job. With the exception of you living in the UK, where you can be a doctor and being unemployed, but it's going to be more difficult to be in that situation. And obviously, if you are a doctor or a nurse or a police officer and you want to create content because you want to have an extra income, that's totally fine. But apart from those who work for the private sector, we have it more difficult. We are at risk of, being redundant, being fired, or not having a secure income because we work in the private sector. And so that's why a lot of people create and have side hustles. And for us, it kind of is almost mandatory to have a side hustle or have something extra that give you a second income that doesn't depend on the ups and downs of a job market. And for most people that pass through social media, which I have already mentioned in previous videos. And so what I'm trying to say is visibility is the currency that is today opening you doors into funding, partnership opportunities for businesses and everything. It's still, you can go and do networking, of course, but now I would say it's not enough. But I think the system or the strategies that I was using 10 years ago are not obsolete, but are not enough. It's not enough. You go and seek opportunities. You have to put yourself out here. Unfortunately or fortunately, it's up to you. So the opportunities arrive to you. And that's why visibility is the new currency, is the new social status. The new social status pass through being online, visible. And that's all I wanted to say in this video. Of course, you can agree, you can disagree. I would love to have healthy discussions in the comments, or, if you want to go deep into this conversation, I would love to have some feedback. I decided that it is time to play this game. Hello. Well, this is the Christina from the future. After recording the video that you are watching now, I remember that I wanted to make another point that I forgot to mention in the video, and is that it's not that it's only the new currency is visibility, is that can be the door to the life that you want. Like, I, for example, I'm being really thankful for all the opportunities that I have come for from moving from my home country, Spain, to the UK. But I knew when I moved here that this was temporary, that I never wanted to settle in the UK, despite that I have been here almost a decade. And unfortunately, I don't see any other way of being able to back to my country or move to another country because of my background, obviously, which is in journalism. And that allowed me to, again, have the freedom of moving myself around countries without depending on a job. And I'm not saying this like something bad, because if you are a doctor or you are a nurse or you are an engineer, it's going to be easier for you to jump between countries and find a new role. But that is not the case for a lot of professions and professionals. And again, this new game of visibility as the new currency opens doors, the doors that open the door to opportunities that allow us to shape our life into the reality that we want. And whether that is to just have a side hustle, whether that is to entrepreneurship, or whether that is to move to a cheaper country, or whether that is to be able to move back close to your family, right? I see that playing this game is the one of the few opportunities that are available for normal people, people who doesn't come from a wealthy background, to be able to have a choice. And so I'm playing it.